Are you at the point in your life where you feel like it's too late to start something new? Or maybe you've been in a career for a long time and it's just stick it out? Or you're telling yourself, I'll just wait for things to be different and then I'll make a change or then I'll feel better. And it feels like you're stuck in this rut. And people around you might be saying, hey, this is just what middle age looks like, or welcome to life, or I feel that way too. And what happens if we're not careful, our expectations of life start to dim and decrease, and life reflects back to us based on our expectations. I'm Stacey Berger. I'm a transformational coach in life and business, empowering business owners to have full spectrum success. The truth is, we get what we expect. And most of us don't expect enough out of life. Really important to take some time and pause and examine, what are my expectations of life? If I'm really honest with myself, what do I expect at this age and stage of my life? If you're saying, oh, this is just what growing older looks like, or this is what it means to be a female in menopause, and this is just what life is. So many people expect that life goes downhill as we age, and that's just not a truth of the universe. It's a made up construct. So take a look at your life right now. And if you're honest with yourself, what are your expectations of your marriage? What are your expectations of your health? What are your expectations of your career and the opportunities that are available to you or that are going to come available to you? There's probably areas in your life where you have high expectations, where you expect a lot of other people, of yourself. Your life is a direct reflection of your expectations. And it's time to expect more out of your life. It is never too late to create new expectations, new visions, new dreams, but it starts with expectations. What would it look like in your life to start to expect more? I was reading this book by Raymond Charles Barker the other day, The Power of Decision. It's definitely a must have in your library. And he talks about expectations. He says, examine your own expectations. They will tell you if you are a healthy minded person. Our expectations are like a mental barometer, they indicate our subconscious thought patterns. They will indicate what changes need to be made. Ask yourself, what do you really expect in your life at the present time? What a great question. What do I really expect out of life at this present time? If you're honest with yourself and you look at your results, you look at your age, you look at your stage, you look at the different relationships in your life, right now you have expectations of all of those. Expectations can be another word for beliefs. You have beliefs about what it means to grow older, what it means to be at a certain stage in your business, in your work, what opportunities are still available to you or aren't available to you, what it's too late to do, what it's not too late to do. Really important to examine those beliefs. He says you may be startled as the days go by to see what you really are believing way down under. Those expectations usually aren't our first thought, they live in our subconscious mind. So, the more we start to examine and really sit in that question, what are my expectations? It's always interesting what gets revealed to us. He says healthy expectations are necessary to a healthy mind. You probably are not expecting enough out of life. You may have grown mentally dull without realizing it. You may have let minor failures and monotonous routines take over areas of your thinking. If so, the time for a change has come, because that's the good news is we can change our expectations. Really important though to be honest with ourselves and look at those belief systems, look at what the expectations are. And the best place to start changing those is to really ask the question, what would you love? If you could be, do, have, create anything you wanted, if you really believed you lived in a universe of infinite possibilities, what if you really expected the best out of life? What kind of life would you want to create? So, where have you dulled your expectations out of life, and where can you lean into more expansive thinking and start to expect more out of yourself, out of your relationships, out of your health, out of your work in the world, and really go create a life that you love living. To help you develop that, we've created a live on purpose toolkit to really prevent that living monotonously and living by design and really lean into creating a life that you would love, one full of purpose, one full of passion. Download that toolkit today to help you identify what would a life of high expectations look like. I'm Stacey Berger. Here is to you living a life that you love.